building, isn't it?
Yeah, thanks for asking me to do this again. I enjoy doing the radio part of it and trying to analyze what's going on. And, yeah, it just keeps getting better and better every year. The level of play keeps just moving up, and kids just keep going on and playing.
For the West team, the head coach is Layton's Jody Craig. She's got the luxury of having, the services of 2 D1 athletes on her roster. Emerson Size of Alliance, she'll play volleyball at Wyoming. Kiana Wilfred of Mitchell, well, this will be it for volleyball. She's playing basketball in Vegas at UNLV. That seems like a decent starting point for the West, I'd say.
Yeah, I would say, but there's also, the competition just in the conferences and around this area last year was just kind of unbelievable and really competitive. So there's a lot of good players.
East head coach Belinda Coble of Mullen. We'll see if they've got the firepower to match up with what looks like a real solid West team this year. We've got interviews with both head coaches to get to, and we'll start with Coach Coble and the East when we come back right after this on.
With warmer weather comes warmer vehicles. Let the professionals at High Tech Automotive help you with your automotive checking, maintenance, and repair so the heat doesn't beat your vehicle. Take your vehicle to High Tech Auto Service between Baumgards and Frank Parts, 632-2731.
Time when students can learn faster than teachers can talk. We are redesigning instructional delivery to foster curiosity and relevance to the real world. We are doing more than giving them devices. Our professional, progressive, and personal staff prepare them for life. At Moral Schools, your child can thrive.
They build trophies and awards too. Scottsbluff Screen Printing and Embroidery and the Zone Sporting Goods and Team Sales invite you to visit them at 1813 Broadway in Scottsbluff or call 308-632-8488. You can also check them out on Facebook.
Okay, we're back on the Platte Valley Company's pregame show ahead of First Serve here with West-Nebraska All-Star Volleyball on tap at WNCC's Cougar Palace as we get set for action coming up here in just a few minutes. Talking with Belinda Coble, head coach for the East team this week, and during the high school season, the head coach we talked a couple of days ago when you guys checked in, but what's the first couple of days been like, the experience being out here with the young ladies and getting involved with everything?
It's just been a matter of getting the girls feeling comfortable with each other, loosening up a little bit and just kind of judging what each person's capable of and knowing how far to push things. It's going well. We're just still kind of a quiet group of girls, so we're just trying to get them to talk a little bit more and loosen up. We've had, some 4 or 5 kids that have stepped up, kind of definitely at that top level, so it's just kind of finding where everybody's going to fit in for kind of 2 separate squads to run.
So even with a group of all-stars, you definitely, it's always important to find a leader or two to kind of put a foot forward and kind of take control.
It is, yep, and then we've talked to the girls about, getting some captain votes going on and stuff like that. Definitely got some all-state caliber athletes. Everybody can contribute something, but you definitely have the kids that are starting to stand out. So just getting more comfortable with each other and what they're doing. And
you brought a couple of your own with you from Mullen, Allison Daniels, also Courtney Rice. What have they meant to you personally and your program and your ability to have success?
They both have done a really good job for us this year. I had a third player that was supposed to be here, and she's out with a injured foot, and who was state setter. So just having 2 of my own, it's comforting because I can say something and they understand what I'm trying to get across, and just with running drills and that kind of stuff. I'm the type of coach that kind of reads practice as it goes and makes adjustments as we go, and Randy, the other coach, she is a planner, so we've been good for each other just to feed ideas off of each other and go with practices.
Yeah, you mentioned Randy Adkins, your assistant from Arnold. Do you use this kind of as an opportunity to bounce ideas off one another, learn a little bit about the coaching profession, what someone else does, and if you find something you like, apply it to your own program? Definitely.
She has been there. I think this is going to be her 6th season, and she's in a combination school. It's Arnold Callaway, so South Loop. She's done a really good job with her program, and like I said, we just have a little bit different coaching styles, so it's good to just feed ideas off of each other. And actually, this next practice this afternoon, she's going to run the practice, and I'm kind of being in charge of like who I think needs to go where, but just so I can learn from her as well as her from me. We're pretty good at sharing responsibilities, and it's been fun to coach with her.
I know I asked you this at media days when you checked in, but the success of just athletics in general up at Mullen the last few years has been through the roof. A boys state championship in basketball, deep runs in football, success with volleyball. 3 of you folks here this week. What's it been like just community-wide watching everybody get out and support what the athletes and these student athletes are doing?
It's been a lot of fun. Have a lot of support from the community and the school. Have some new administration that's come through, and they've run with it and done a good job of keeping things going. We have a new AD for next year. We've got kind of a combination AD coming in. There are people that are there, so that's going to make things a little bit of a different mix at it, but everybody's really pushing to help the kids improve and stay successful.
Usually about this time of a pregame, we go for a key to a win. I don't know that that's necessarily all that important, but maybe what would be what you want these young women to take away from the week as they move forward with the rest of their lives? I mean, finishing up high school, whether they're heading to college or whatever the next stage is, I mean, it's a big jump. So what do you hope they take away from an event like this?
My biggest thing is that they have fun with it and that they give it all they got. Some of these players, it's the last time they might be playing volleyball. There's a handful of them that are going on. We've got some that are going on to play basketball, some that are going on to play soccer, some that are just going to college, which is great. So it's just want it to be a positive experience, especially if it's their last. And you want to be on the winning team, but you also just want to do things well.
There you have it. Belinda Coble, head coach for the East today.
Exceptional care, right here at home. That's the mission of Morrill County Community Hospital. Morrill County Community Hospital is a 20-bed critical access hospital that owns and operates clinics throughout Bridgeport, including specialty outreach clinics and Morrill County Home Health Clinic, as well as Chimney Rock Medical Center, located in Bayard. Our dedicated team is committed to you and our community every time at Morrill County Community Hospital, Bridgeport, Nebraska.
Family. Find Benzel Pest Control on Facebook or give them a call or go online at benzelpestcontrol.com.
Okay, we're back on the pregame show ahead of first serve here. West-Nebraska volleyball action at WNCC's Cougar Palace. First serve on the way in just a few minutes. Pregame coaches' comments now on KDB as we catch up with Jody Craig, the head coach from Layton High School during the volleyball season, and this week, the last few days, and today, head coach for the West. What's it been like getting to know all these young ladies? I know you might be familiar with some of them, whether they be at your own school or ones you've seen or had to coach against, but probably a fresh batch you're not so familiar with. What's it been like?
Just a lot of fun to have new faces. Most of the girls here I actually had not even played against or seen during my regular season because we're a Class D school. So a lot of fun to get to see some of those upper class school players and get to coach them and see what their talents are.
Yeah, when you're making the trek around Class D with Layton throughout the volleyball season, you're not dealing with too many Kiana Wilfreds or Emerson Sizes, are you?
No, I do get to see Kiana a couple times during our season. We do play Mitchell, but we never play Alliance or Sydney or any of those bigger schools. So just fun to see the difference in a Class B school player versus a Class D school player and getting to work with that. Even with All-Stars, it's not very often that a volleyball coach this type of week for All-Star Week has two D1 athletes on her team. No, and what a privilege for me to have the chance to coach that caliber of an athlete. And I didn't get to bring one of my own players as she was going on a trip to Europe this week, and so it's been a good experience for me to not have one of my own players and just get to know all of the girls that are in our area. Coach Hoffman from Shadron, what's it been like getting to work with her, hang out, get to know her? I would imagine
imagine you try to pick brains and apply something to your own program if you find something you like, right?
We do, and we have a lot of the same philosophies and thoughts on things, so it's been a lot of fun to get to coach with her, and hopefully maybe I'll get to coach with her again at some point in another All-Star game, because switching roles would be fun for us, and me to get to be an assistant and her to get to be a head and work together again.
Has anyone stepped up leadership-wise? Anyone kind of assumed that role of team leader, rally of the troops, those type things?
Oh, there's a couple. To no surprise to anyone, I'm sure Emerson Size is a talker. She likes to yap, and she's a very positive teammate to have around. And Mackenzie Anderson out of Ogallala is another one that just really rallies behind her troops and picks them up and tells them good job and does a nice job of collecting everybody.
No surprise coming from a Coach Morgan program, that'd be the case, huh?
Yeah, very true.
I mentioned this to Coach Coble, and I said, normally about this time I ask for a key to a win. Didn't feel like that's as important. I mean, a bunch of all-stars, that can take care of itself. But I guess big picture, what do you want these young women to take away from the experience, the week, as they move forward? I mean, finishing up high school, heading to the next stage of life, it's a big jump. So now what are you hoping to see from them as far as takeaways this week?
I just would like to see a great defensive effort out of my girls in the back row, a strong blocking effort in the front, and let them swing away. Man, they want to hit the ball. When you do tipping drills in practice, they're like, we don't like to tip. And I'm that kind of a coach, too. I'm like, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down swinging. And so they have fit into my coaching philosophy very well. And, our goal for this week was just to have fun. And we did a little theme called Make It Count for those who maybe aren't going to get to play volleyball again after this. And I think they're going to make it count.
That's outstanding. Love the phrase to keep everybody together. That's head coach Jody.
The pecan chicken salad and ultimate BLT sandwiches from Arby's. It's like eating a whole farmer's market.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Run with us in the unstoppable John Deere Gator XUV 835 and be prepared to go the extra mile. Because when others take rain checks, we take the wheel. With 3 wide seating, heat, and AC, this is the coolest, most comfortable Gator yet. Nothing runs like a Deere. Run with us.
Visit 21st Century Equipment with locations in Scottsbluff, Torrington, Bridgeport, and Alliance.
Celebrating 25 years in country music, singer-songwriter Tracy Byrd performs live at the Midwest Theater in downtown Scottsbluff. You all know his music, The Watermelon Crawl, Hold in Heaven, and Keeper of the Stars.
Don't drive, do the watermelon crawl. The drinking bone's connected to the party bone. The party bone.
Tracy Byrd.
KNEB.
Back on KNEB.TV, 101.7 The Trail, and KNEB.com as we're just a few moments away from first serve. 35th annual West-Nebraska All-Star Volleyball match here at WNCC's Cougar Palace. Chris Cottrell, Sandy Pilfold. Should be fun. Of course, we'll have football coverage tonight. Same 3 locations, and plus we'll add 880 KRVN to the mix for all the listeners across the state as well. Football from Bearcat Stadium. Hemingford head football coach Jordan Haas will join me for the call for the football contest tonight, so should be a great time both here at the college and then tonight across town at Bearcat Stadium. Get to the introduction right now of rosters. We'll run these down for you. Starting lineups included, brought to you by Western Nebraska Community College. From diplomas to degrees, it's for me. You can learn more at WNCC.edu. We'll start with the East team and their roster. Haley Homan, a 5'8" graduate of North Platte High. 5'8" from Mullen, that's Allison Daniels. Abby Hedgecock, 5'8", North Platte High. Jacia Hansen, 6 feet tall. She's from McCook. Kaylee Tomlin from Cambridge, 5'7". From Loomis, Allie Beisner's 5'10". Sydney Salick from Callaway, 5'7". Macy Whitick from Brady, 5'8". Michaela Meyer for the East, 5'5", from Loomis. 6 foot from Mullen, that's Courtney Rice. Addison Johnson, 5'10", Cody Kilgore. Allison Bauer, 5'8", Elm Creek. And Adriana Hild from Callaway at 5'2". Now we get set for the national anthem. Ran down the roster for the East. They'll start Allison Daniels, Abby Hedgecock, J.C. Hansen, Courtney Rice, Addie Johnson, and Allison Bauer. And Adriana Hild will be in quickly. Oh, yeah, North Platte St. Pat's on Haley Homan on that introduction. Adriana Hild from Callaway will be in quickly as the libero. Now to the West roster. Annabelle Gillen, 5'6" of Mitchell. Lauren Gasling, 5'11", Hemmingford High product. 5'3" from Ogallala, Lily Fair. Karsten Hageman, 5'8" out of Chadron. 6'1", Wyoming recruit from Alliance, Emerson Siza. Peyton Jung, a high flyer, 5'10" from Sydney. Erica Hopping, she's 5'8" out of Sutherland. Caitlin Sylvester, another outstanding athlete from Sydney High, she's 5'9". From Hershey, 5'10", that's Channing Holm. Mackenzie Anderson, 5'8", from Ogallala. Kiana Wilfred, Division I recruit in basketball at UNLV. The Mitchell product, Kiana Wilfred, at 6 feet 2 inches. And Kylie Stewart from Baird, late replacement for Scottsbluff High's Mackenzie Dunkel. And rounding out the roster for the West is Emily Barr, 5'9", from Hershey. So for the West, as far as the starters in this opening set, you'll see Hageman, Siza, Jung, Hopping, Sylvester, and Barr. So they'll split up Siza and Wilfred to start the match in these first two sets. Public address announcer in-house this afternoon is Jeff Kelly, wrapping up introduction of rosters for both these teams. Jody Craig, the head coach for the West. Her assistant is Blakely Hoffman from Chadron High School. And for the East team, you've got Belinda Coble from Mullen. Randy Atkins, her assistant, from Arnold. So we're just about ready, Sandy, and you've been involved with this match for quite a few years. What's a message from these head coaches to these All-Stars as they get set today?
Well, I'm sure they all want them to have fun, but at the same time, these kids are all competitive, and so they're going to go out and, like anything you hear from the Olympic team on down, serve and pass is the key, and then how well you transition out of that will probably determine some points down the road.
Last year, the West a winner. They dropped the first two sets, 13-25, 19-25, rallied back big, 25-21, 25-12, and 15-13 in a great fifth and final set. West leads the all-time series 21-13. KNEB.TV coverage for the masses, 101.7 The Trail for everybody here in western Nebraska. And online, if you're listening to the radio broadcast also, that's at kneb.com. Again, football game tonight. Head coach for the West is Jimmy Rhodes. The head coach for the East is Brian Cargill from Cozad High. We'll have coverage all three of these same locations on the TV side, 101.7 The Trail, and kneb.com. will be on the air at 6:45. Jordan Haas, the state champion football coach from Hemmingford, joins me in the broadcast booth tonight. So it should be a great evening for high school football, and it's also going to feel like high school football weather out there. Right now, 69 degrees is all here as we come up on 2 o'clock, so it has definitely been a funky spring and now early summer of weather, and it'll feel like what a disaster really weather was for spring sports all around the region this year, wasn't it, Sandy?
Oh, wow. I'm a track coach. I still help coach track, and I've never been through as long as I've been coaching track. We finally got a full week of practice in the week of state. That was the first full week of track practice we had. But kids weathered it, and we really, did some pretty good things. And when it was district time, it's district time. So, yeah, it's been that, and it's kind of continued here.
And the weather at least didn't keep you from getting to have a couple of track meets at your own spot for the first time in a lot of years.
Yeah, it's been a while, and the kids loved it. And we had great crowds and good help. And so, yeah, I think we're back now ready to go.
So. That's outstanding. So teams now meet at the net, shake hands. Sportsmanship will turn into competitive sportsmanship here in just a couple of moments. Did you have a chance to talk with either of these head coaches prior to the match today and able to take anything away from visiting with them, Sandy?
No, I didn't get around to it. Everybody was kind of busy with what they were doing, but we'll be able to tell here in a few minutes what it's going to be. And I think there's plenty of knowledge out on the field, and kids know so much volleyball anymore too. They'll adjust to whatever they need to.
You were in Lincoln a couple of days ago for the USA-Brazil match. That was some high caliber stuff, huh?
Yeah, I went down, spent my 5 days, and that's the highest level, and they're kind of, at that level, they're kind of messing with teams a little bit now. You can take 14 kids, and it's a six-week tour. They're doing it like United States left on Friday and went to Bulgaria or someplace, Hungary, around there somewhere. So it was fun. It's great volleyball.
First serve on the way, going to be brought to you by Papa Murphy's Pizza, located at 2801 Avenue B in Scottsbluff. Love at 425 degrees. Don't forget to register for the Papa Murphy's Text Club. They've got a sweet deal waiting on you there as well. We are just about ready to go. First serve, it'll be in the air from Caitlin Sylvester from Sydney. Bearing towards the right at the net. East plays it. Down for an early dig that time is Emerson Siza. Big blast. And we've got our first kill.
Young.
Peyton Jung with the big blast from Sydney. The first kill of the afternoon. A 1-0 start for the All-Stars in the red. That's the West. Sylvester. And that kill attempt from Rice sails long.
Both teams are coming after each other. They're not going to back down, I don't think. I think what I see on the west side is some kids that played some spring ball together, too.
Sylvester, a 2-0 lead for the West. At the net. And we're going to get
in the net.
In the net for the West that time. And a 2-1 lead for the West. And on serve for the first time will be Abby Hedgecock. 5'8", she's from North Platte High. Serves it across. Played by Hageman. Front row. Out of the back row now. And long and a point to the east on that blast that sailed long from Emerson Siza. So you've seen a lot of Siza, obviously. You know all about Division I volleyball. How do you think she'll translate to the University of Wyoming, Sandy?
It's always going to be a learning experience when you first start. I think she has the skills, what she needs to be. It's just how strong can you be, and everybody has to grow into that. So it'll be a process, but I think within a year, or hopefully by the second year, she'll be up to where she needs to be in speed. I have not watched any Wyoming volleyball.
Hopping with the point for the West. It's 3-2. Kill attempt right side. West sends it, and they lost on a poor ball that time. East had a freebie, and it dropped in for Allison Daniels from Mullen.
Yep, right side player, and was up there and just swiped it off the side of their hands and worked.
High arcing serve across, played by Hageman. Caitlin Sylvester now Siza blocked at the net, but that'll sail wide out of bounds off the block. Point to the West, and Emerson Siza.
Yep, she is. She tooled the block on that one. It looked good, and East is going to have to see if they can try to cover that.
Emily Barr from Hershey serves, played by the libero Adriana Hild. Left side, Bauer. Front row, Siza again, down for a kill. Back to back, and she's going to start to feel it early, and that's good news for the West.
Yeah, that is. That set was a little bit more inside, so the cross court was a little bit sharper, probably about 20 feet deep.
5-3 lead for the West. Emily Barr. Front row, Hedgecock. Daniels. Siza again. 3 in a row, dug by Hild. Siza, though, up on the long. That touch from Hild sailed across and right into the swing path of Emerson Siza, 3 straight.
Yeah, that was a thank you hit. That's when the other team gives the ball to you, and she took care of it at 12 feet.
3 in a row makes it a 3-point lead here in the opening set, 6-3. Front row. West has a chance, or East had to play it across. West gets it to Hild. Now Hedgecock. Bauer. Again Siza. And that ball sails wide off the dig of Hedgecock. That'll be a point to the West. It's 7-3.
Yeah, that was a good rally. Really good rally. You don't get a lot of 10 touches a lot of times.
Quick timeout. And hearing Jeff Kelly on the PA, and that's a reminder we need to tell all you great listeners, regardless of how these first 3 sets go, there will be 5 sets played here regardless. You're here for a few days. Everybody deserves to play the 5. So hopefully we can get lucky like we did last year and have a 5th that matters. But no matter what, 5 will be played here this afternoon.
Tell you what, Chris, I'm impressed. Defense on both sides of the floor and passing. these kids, I don't think they had to shake any jitters out today. They just came ready to play.
10 points in without a service error as well.
I know.
Barr from Hershey stays on serve. Jump serve on the way. Cross court. Poor opening touch from Allison Bauer of Elm Creek, and that's an 8-3 lead for the West. Barr again. Oh, knuckleball, and that thing just dove to the deck. Nice touch that time on the dig by Sylvester. Siza down for a kill. She's got 4 here in the opening set.
Right on the inline.
9-3. It's the West down to a 6-point lead here in set number 1. West-Nebraska All-Star Volleyball year number 35. Barr serves. Played by Hedgecock. Little back set that time. And 2 hits from the East, and the West now takes complete control here early, 10-3. Been a long run here for Barr. That's her second ace serve. That had a lot of knuckle action on it, didn't it?
Yeah. She's serving bullets. They're tough, and they're going all over the place. That's kind of the first time we've seen a couple of them receive serve passing haven't go very well.
Jump serve for Barr. Played by Hild. Wide, good save by Hedgecock out of the back row. The dig sails back to the east. Hedgecock sets it up left Bauer. That fourth touch came off the net. And the West continues to rattle off point after point, leading 12-3. Barr is on a run, and there is our first service error here of the match. That gets the East on the board to make it an 8-point West lead, 12-4. And a deep serve, so back-to-back as Courtney Rice loses that one. So Hopping from Sutherland High now gets her crack at it on serve for the West. That one dies low, dug by Hild. Hedgecock, Bauer. To get someone in the net.
No.
4 hits. East gets the point, 13-4. 13-5, excuse me. And there's a third service error, second here in this opening set for the East.
It's 2 in a row. They need to get some in here next time they get the serve back.
Siza from Alliance serves. Hild, Hansen. A little bit of confusion that time, and the ball touched the floor. She had Johnson and Hansen come together. 15-5, timeout taken by the East. We'll break as well.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
Celery? I didn't see no celery.
Guy's too tall.
West-Nebraska All-Star Volleyball coverage this afternoon on K&EB, 15-5 West. Out of our timeout, we're just about set for live action. It'll be Emerson Siza. And that's deep for a service error. Now 15-6. Elm Creek's Allison Bauer serving for the East. At the net, Peyton Jung of Sydney, a block. Ball still alive. Back across one of our longer rallies here early. Hild, Hedgecock. They set left, and that's down. Big kill from Addie Johnson of Cody Kilgore. Her first kill of the afternoon. as the East tries to wiggle their way back into this opening set, trailing 15-7.
Yeah, that was down the line, and it was wide open.
East serving, Jung. Now hopping. Siza with the attack from deep, and that's long. 15-8 as the East tries to continue a bit of a rally right now. Allie Bauer, 5'8", out of Elm Creek. Serving. Front row. Now left, Jung. Caught net cord, left side. Johnson. Nice touch that time by Lily Fair. Hilled to Hedgecock. Point continues. That's deep. Off the right arm swing of Addie Johnson of Cody Kilgore. 16-8. The West now goes back into a double-up scenario, leading by 8. Karsten Hageman. Back set to Jacia Hansen. And she'll pick up the kill.
Yep, that kill went right to the donut. And there was three went down for it on the West, but couldn't pop it up.
16-9. And Adriana Hild of Callaway serving. Just 5 feet 2 inches. Hopping at the front row. Sets it left. Excellent dig. Ball sails across. West can't handle it. Who got down to get that one? I think that was Allison Daniels of Mullen. Hill bullet serve down for an ace. First ace serve of this opening set for the East squad. Ray Steinecke, the MVP last year for the East. Brittany Spryer for the West. And the tip over the double block, and that falls for Emily Barr. Outstanding serving earlier in this set, Sandy, and a heads-up play there.
Yes, it was.
Now Sylvester, a Lady Raider from Sydney High. And that is wide. Out of bounds, and the West goes up 18-11. Again, Sylvester. Jump serve. Hedgecock. Rice. Siza. Sylvester sets Jung. Sydney to Sydney on the set and kill. Peyton Jung.
Courtney got the block. It came back. She touched it once, and then she had to touch it twice.
19-11. Sylvester. Front row. Back set. Hedgecock. Excellent job to keep the play alive. Addison Johnson. West attacking with hopping. That third touch barely gets over the net. Excellent recovery, though, by the West. Hedgecock, quick set to Rice, and that is long, and a point goes to the West ladies.
Touch.
Oh, they're going to say touch. Caitlin Sylvester, a little surprised to learn she's got to roll the ball back under the net as the East will serve off the touch.
Yeah, they were celebrating. They forgot to watch the official.
19-12.
Good rally.
Abby Hedgecock from North Platte serves. Back set from Sylvester and Jung. That's twice now we've seen Sydney to Sydney result in a point. Siza and Jung each with 3 kills apiece here in this opening set for the West. They are 5 away from the opener. They lead 20-12. Jump serve from Peyton Jung down to get it. East now Rice. Nice dig for the West. They'll set Size up. Blocked at the net. Ball alive. Sylvester to Barr. Got it over the double block right into the donut. Multiple players went down. Johnson and Hedgecock for the East, but couldn't keep it alive, and the West goes up 21-12.
Yep, that's a matter of seeing that just a half a second sooner, but it's tough. It's hard because they just keep pounding away.
Peyton Jung, this time a lot more heat on that serve. They'll get it to Daniels. Jung passing front row. Sylvester sets Siza with a big smash. And now we've got a point.
Net. No, yeah, in the net.
In the net from the West is the call. 21-13, down 8. And Addison Johnson now from Cody Kilgore to serve. Played by Hageman. Sylvester. Ball alive. Jung. Barr. Johnson with the dig. Hedgecock sets up Bauer. Off the block and then off the second touch, and it goes out of bounds off the West. Last touch by Sylvester, and it's 21-14.
East is making a little bit of a rally here. We'll see how the West can handle it.
Trying to hang around just a little bit. Serve comes up short, played by Hageman. Sylvester, Jung. A little bit of a roll shot from 7 or 8 feet back. Sylvester, ball in the air. Jung. Tough angled shot that time. Lefty tip from Rice. And that happens, I think, when you've got girls that haven't played a lot with one another. Regardless of the all-star caliber, sometimes you're going to get some miscommunication.
Yeah, they were just looking at each other and nobody wanted to play it.
4 points away. The West wants a quick.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with First Free Checking.
B-Steel.com.
35th edition of the West-Nebraska All-Star Volleyball game. 21-15 out of the timeout here late in this opening set. West leading by 6. It's East serving, though, with Addison Johnson from Cody Kilgore. Johnson to Hageman. Jung will pass it front row. 2 hits that time from Peyton Jung, so the East now within 5. It's 21-16. Johnson flat-footed on the serve, found the donut right in the middle of the floor. Emerson Siza of Alliance in late. Got underneath it, but off the bottom right side of the net. Ace serve for Johnson. Bullet serve that time at the net. Barr, dug out by Hedgecock, back to the West. Set, Siza off the block. That'll be a point for the West team. Emerson Siza has 5 kills here in the opening set.
She powered that through 2 blockers, and it was
22-17. Emily Barr out of Hershey, jump serve. She had that tremendous run earlier of about 6 straight points. Nice block that time at the net from Hopping. And Hageman, Hopping, set. Some English on that one from Siza. Lefty get over for the East. Now Siza hits that one middle of the net, her side, point to the West. Or excuse me, point to the East, 22-18. Still need 3, does the West squad. The East now within 4. And Courtney Rice out of Mullen serving. Sylvester to Hageman. Nice touch by Allison Daniels out of Mullen. Bauer to Jung. Challenge ball at the net that time. Sylvester for the West. A back set to Hopping. Good dig by Hedgecock. In the air, Johnson. Rice into the net.
the right idea. She just hit it a little bit too low. I mean, in the net, but when she contacted the ball, it was a little bit too low for her. Right idea.
23-18, 2 points away now for the West team. Hopping to Hill. Hedgecock, back set. Siza, blocked, and it goes off Jung. Point goes to the East.
I think it was Hansen that had the major part of that block.
Yep, J.C. Hansen. That serve sails long, and a freebie for the West sets them up with set point. That service error from Allison Daniels from Mullen. A set point with Emerson Siza to serve. Hedgecock sets right, tipped across and down for a point.
Yep, the blocker opened up a little, and Emerson thought she was going to get it. about a step late.
Hitchcock gets the point out of North Platte. Jung in the air. Now Johnson blocked at the net. Karsten Hageman came up with the solo block. Pretty impressive as the West team takes game number one, set number one, 25-20 to wrap up the opening set of the afternoon here at WNCC's.
This chair is way too big. It's perfect for us. This one's tiny. That's 'cause it's mine. Hey, this chair is just right. This bed is way too hard. It's perfect for me. This bed is way too soft. Just what I needed. This bed is just right. So come on over to Lee's Heads.
The pecan chicken salad and ultimate BLT sandwiches from Arby's. It's like eating a whole farmer's market.
Arby's, we have the meats.
For sandwiches.
Pretty
a
active.
lot of fundamentals. Kind of held them together, I thought.
Call Jennifer at Castle & Cook Mortgage at 308-220-0503 to get started today.
Castle & Cook Mortgage, LLC, NMLS ID 1351. Jennifer Brand, your
Chris Cottrell, Sandy Pilfold with you this afternoon. TV side at KDB, the Trail, and KDB.com in Sydney. Sandy, a pretty astute observation moments ago. You thought ahead of time some of the girls on the West had played some club volleyball together, and they had them out there together in that opening set for some chemistry, and that paid off.
Yeah, it did. They went to, I think, maybe 2-3 tournaments. I don't know for sure. I was coaching track, but you can tell when kids have played together and they're pretty comfortable with each other, which smart move.
So we've got a whole new set of players for each of these teams. Haley Homan, Kaylee Tomlin, Allie Beisner, Sydney Salick, Macy Whitick, Michaela Meyer. For the East and for the West, it'll be Annabelle Gillen of Mitchell, along with her high school teammate, Kiana Wilfred. Hershey's Channing Holm, Mackenzie Anderson of Ogallala, Kylie Stewart of Baird, and Lauren Gasling of Hemingford. Serving is Kaylee Tomlin from Cambridge. Gasling middle. Whitick, left side. That'll be played by Anderson. Little dump set across that time from Annabelle Gillen. East, though, keeps it alive. Gillen sets left. Gasling from Hemingford can't finish off the point. A long rally already to start here, this opening point of set number 2, and that kill will go to Kylie Stewart, a late addition to the roster, replacing Scottsbluff's Mackenzie Dunkel. And Stewart.
Yep, she went across body and came over to this right side of the other court, and they hadn't shifted yet.
Emerson Siza had 5 kills in the opening set to lead all players for the West in that opening set, 125-20. Gasling, that'll be a kill off the contact of Holman along the back line out of bounds. Lauren Gasling of Hemingford with an early kill here in set number 2. West leads 2-0. Jump serve from Annabelle Gillen. Final time she's representing Mitchell High School. And
in the net.
West in the net. East gets the point, but Gillen will continue her volleyball career right here on this floor playing for WNCC. Anderson to the front row. Gasling pushes it across. Tomlin. And they're going to say that was long. I think that one was long on the swing from Michaela Meyer out of Loomis. Well, I didn't see the call. It's going to be the East serving. So the point goes to the East when all's said and done. We're tied at 2. Stewart this time into the net. East has their first lead in either set now at 3-2. Gillen, Mackenzie Anderson. Meyer blocked at the net by Stewart. Gillen sets left. Gasling with a big blast and a kill. Lauren Gasling has her second. Some good height on this West team, Sandy, with Gasling, Siza, and of course Wilfred.
Yep. This West.
Meyer, they'll set left. Block at the net. On that third touch, the East able to get it across. Gillen back set to Anderson, and not the best of digs that time on the touch from Tomlin. And Anderson will get credit for the kill from Ogallala.
Yeah, this West side looks like it's a lot of the kids that played maybe in the same conference. I know Anderson's from Ogallala, but they've all seen each other a lot, so they're probably used to each other too.
And Gasling can't get it across, clips the top of the net. And a service there. Third of the match for the West squad. We're tied at 4 in set number 2. Beisner, 5'10" out of Loomis serving. Back set, Mackenzie Anderson. Nice dig down to get it. Quick tap across. Now Stewart from Baird, blocked at the net by Haley Homan. North Platte St. Pat's, Haley Homan gets the block and the point for the East squad. They lead 5-4. Channing Holm. Zeta Hershey for second touch of this point. They go right back to Holm. Popped up in the air. And last touch by Sydney Salick. It goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Callaway product. And the West is even this thing up at 5s. Kylie Stewart to serve. Right side, and off the block, and that'll be a kill for Anderson and the West. Gasling and Anderson each have 2 kills here in set number 2. West goes in front 6-5. That serve died at the last moment. Holman across for the East. Quick set, Wilfred. Good job to go down and get it. Whitick and hitting it into the net. The point eventually goes to the West team, and now they've got a 2-point lead. Now it's 7-5.
Yeah, Wilford went right after that one. That just wasn't kind of the right connection, but she made it stay in.
Stewart from Baird serving. Holman. Gillen. They bypass Wilfred. Channing Holm with the smash, and it goes out of bounds. Last touch by the East, and Holmes on the board with her first kill. Kylie Stewart stays on serve. A jumper on the way now. Complete knuckleball that time. Tomlin. Meyer across from Loomis. They back set to Anderson, and just some poor contact on that one.
Yeah, that set was a little wide.
So 8-6, and Whitick serving. Gasling. Fair. Holm. Touched by Holman. And Holman goes after it. Lily Fair can't get to it to dig it out. The 5-3 Ogallala product. And the East.
That was a good spot down the line. That libero just about had it.
2 kills here in this set for Haley Homan of North Platte St. Pat's. And into the net. Nope, 4 touches that time. And we're tied back up at 8. It'll be Macy Whitick, 5'8" out of Brady, serving for the East. Gasling to the front row. Back set from Gillen. Holman. Anderson. Gillen. Touched across by Kiana Wilfred. There's a big double block with Anderson and Wilfred. I'm not sure had the most contact on that one. Doesn't matter. Big double block scores it for the West.
Yep, they timed that perfectly, and it was no doubter.
Now Mackenzie Anderson serving for the first time. Jump serve. He's out of Ogallala. Tomlin. Holman high ball across to Gasling. Annabelle Gillen, she'll set up her high school teammate, and there's a kill for Kiana Wilfred. She'll play basketball at UNLV. She had by far her best state tournament. Mitchell played in the girls class C1 state tourney all 4 years that Gillen and Wilfred were in high school. And Wilfred had by far her best state tournament appearance this past spring, or state tourney season. At the net, Channing Holm. Double block. Gillen to Mackenzie Anderson. Nice play, Beisner. Down to dig that one out. East plays it across. Gillen, Holm, and a kill from Channing Holm. Annabelle Gillen's been setting the ball pretty well from what I've seen here in this set.
She's handling the ball and getting it to her hitters, and yeah, she's definitely in control on the floor.
Gasling, Holm, Anderson. All three with 2 kills apiece. Jump serve from Mackenzie Anderson. Beisner. Now off the left side, Holman. She's not super big, but she got up off the floor pretty well that time. Rally continues. This time a block for the West. Wilfred went right back up, able to jump twice quickly. 4 hits, and that'll be a point for the West squad.
I think number 2 was under the net after she played that defensive ball. Okay. I think she went under. Didn't mean to, but.
12-8, a little more competitive here score-wise in the middle section of this second set. East and some poor contact from Holman that time. And it's 13-8 West as they are starting to try and stretch things out just a little bit. Now up by 5, 13-8. It's the West in control again. Mackenzie Anderson again. Serves it deep. Now front row, Weidick. Holman. She's had her hands on a lot of balls so far here in this set. Now Wilfred hits it off the double block. Good job by Hild with the left hand to keep the rally alive. Anderson. Setting it was Gillen. Holm couldn't finish. Nice block and a finish that time for Kiana Wilfred. What do you do with that size?
Nothing, but she made a great read. She realized the ball was going to come right back, and she followed the ball really well.
14-8. We've got a timeout on the floor. We'll break with them. 14-8. West leads by 6. Set 2 on the West Coast scoreboard.
Homeowners and renters located in Nebraska counties declared federal disaster areas and who sustain damages caused by winter storms, flooding, and straight-line winds should register with FEMA. Survivors with storm losses can register by calling 1-800-621-3362 or by going online to disasterassistance.gov. The assistance FEMA provides is limited and intended to meet survivors' basic needs and to help jumpstart recovery efforts. A message from the state of Nebraska, the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and this station.
We're back on KNEB.TV. The trail for the radio broadcast and online at KNEB.com. Producer on site, TJ Albright. Big thanks to TJ. We've got our camera crew rolling for you. And speaking of rolling, that's the West squad right now. As they're going to get the ace serve from Mackenzie Anderson. 3 aces in the match so far for the West, 2 for the East, and really not a lot of service errors so far for either of these clubs this afternoon. Anderson to Hild. Weidick. Hild will have to try and punch it across, but top of the net. And Holman, a disgusted 4th hit, sends it back to the West side. They're doubling up once again, 16-8.
Yep, she wanted to line drive that, and she just was a little bit too low to get that over. I knew what she was trying to do.
Jump serve for Anderson. That's going to come up short. Again, we'll play 5 sets today, regardless of how things turn out in the first 3 or 4. We'll have MVPs for both these teams. East gets the point, 16-9. Off the hit that time from Wilfred, and it goes out of bounds off the East. So Kiana now has 3 kills in the set. Emerson Siza had 5. She leads everyone for the West in that opening set. Channing Holm jump serve. Weidick. And now hitting off the left side. That one sails long for Sydney Salick out of Callaway. 17-9 the lead for the West. And these coaches will start to mix things up a little bit in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th sets as far as the combination of who's on the floor. Nice dig on that first touch from Hild. Gasling. Gillen didn't waste much time. She played it across. Block at the net. You had Gillen with Wilfred. Gillen sets up Gasling. Is it down? Nope. Going to be long. Point goes to the east.
Out of bounds, point west. Correction, point east. Serving Haley Holman from North Platte St. Pat.
St. Pat's Holman will serve. 8-point lead for the West. Make it 9. Boy, you get the point, you get it. That freebie goes right back to him.
Work so hard. Just got to make sure you keep that serve in.
Wilfred will serve. A little high arcing rainmaker that time. Back set. Block at the net, and that'll be a point for the East team.
It wasn't quite tight enough to seal it over, and the timing was right.
Kaylee Tomlin out of Cambridge gets the kill. 19-11. East side again trying to have to put a rally together. Could be a free ball at the net. They convert that time with Allie Beisner out of Loomis. Down by 7. It's 19-12. Bullet serve into the net from Kaylee Tomlin. So 2 service errors here in the last few points for the East. And the West now up 8. And they need 5 to finish off set number 2. We'll get a jump serve from Annabelle Gillen. Played by Meyer. Stewart from Baird. Gillen trying to sail one deep. Wilfred. Tough touch off the backboard. We still alive? We were. And there's the 4th hit. Point goes to the East.
Good scramble, though. They kept their eye on it.
And with the way that backboard slanted, it really came off at a good angle to make a play if that would have been the 3rd touch.
Yeah, they go up to the inside of the court.
Long serve again for the East. That has really kind of thwarted any sort of ability they've had to come back here late.
Yeah, they work hard to get the ball back, and then they don't serve in.
Knuckle ball from Gasling, played by Holman. Back set, Gillen with the dig. Now Wilfred, Channing home. And underneath the net, point goes to the West. Good effort, but tough to control the body when you're going all out like that. 22.
Would your child thrive in a Christian environment with highly qualified teachers, small class sizes, and high academic standards, but still have time for hands-on learning, service projects, and play? A school that feels like family, where biblical character and strong study habits are taught daily. At Community Christian School, we offer all the core academic subjects along with Bible curriculum for preschool through 6th grade with a daycare on site. Call us today at 632-2230 or check out our website at ccsnev.com and discover the difference. You see if CCS is the right option for your family.
By the men's bathroom.
22-13. West won the opening set 25-20, and they've got the 9-point lead here in the second. Both these head coaches, Jody Craig from Layton for the West and Belinda Coble of Mullen for the East. Two separate lineups on the court for these first two sets. It'll be Lauren Gasling from Hemingford serving now. Running that one down is Tomlin. Big blast out of the back row. Anderson keeps it alive, and Wilfred then sails one wide over the net and out of bounds. 22-14.
That was a good hustle. Now we got to get a serve in here.
So Hild, the libero out of Callaway. Line drive, and you said it, they couldn't do it.
Floated it right out.
4 service errors in this set for the East team. They've got 6 for the match, 4. And there's an ace for Kylie Stewart.
Her ball drops so fast. It comes and everybody thinks it's going to keep coming. It drops.
They've got 4 ace serves. Anderson and Stewart 1. Barr with 2. Another one that time. Free ball at the net, and that's a no contest finish there for Mackenzie Anderson. And the final in set number 2, it goes to the West, 25-14. as Mackenzie Anderson gets 3 kills in set number 2. We'll run through some of those numbers here in just a moment. We're through 2 at WNCC's Cougar Palace on a Saturday afternoon. West Nebraska All-Star Weekend officially now underway on All-Star Saturday. We'll have football coverage coming up for you tonight. We'll talk about that.
I'm Marcy Meyer, Vice President at Platte Valley Bank with your Mortgage Mythbuster of the Week. Some people think that building a new house is difficult because construction loans are too complicated. The truth is, our lenders will work with you every step of the way to make your construction loan go to work for you. The mortgage lenders at Platte Valley Bank are here to help you find the right programs to fit your needs and your budget. Stop in today, no question is too big or too small.
Hersteads is proud to be a high school sports sponsor on KNB. Travis Mallion Foundation unites communities to strengthen America's national character by empowering veterans and families of fallen heroes to develop and lead future generations. Through their 9/11 Heroes Run 5K race series, TMF unites communities across the country and around the world to honor the sacrifices of September 11th and the wars since. Register to walk, run, or rock at a race near you, or as a virtual runner by visiting 911heroesrun.org. That's 911heroesrun.org.
Chris Cottrell, Sandy Pilfold. They've got West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball coverage this afternoon. KDB.TV, 101.7 The Trail, and KDB.com. Football tonight. Same 3 locations starting at 6:45. Jump serve for Mitchell's Annabelle Gillen. Karsten Hageman now with the red libero jersey on. Holman. J.C. Hansen, as we've got both teams now mixing things up as far as the lineups are concerned. At the net, and the East will get the early point. So J.C. Johnson out of McCook, one of the scholarship winners last night, picks up her 3rd kill of the match. Now Kaylee Tomlin of Cambridge serving. Back set, touched on the block, ball in the air. Tomlin sets up Hansen, dumps it to an open spot. The block, she avoided the block to the right and dropped it to an open spot on the floor. Hansen, 2 quick kills.
It was right behind the left front. Young couldn't quite get there.
2-0 the lead. Line drive serve Tomlin, dug by Jung. Gillen, left side. Ball alive. And Holman misses long. Mackenzie Anderson of Ogallala had 3 kills in set number 2. Back on the floor again here in the 3rd. Hansen, she's got 2 quick points for the East in this set. Jung off the block, and that'll be a kill for Peyton Jung out of Sydney. West took the opening 2 sets, 25-20 and 25-14. Wydick, Hansen, dug by Anderson. Gillen sets middle. And that'll be a kill for Emily Barr. She had 1 kill in the first set, rattled off a nice string of service points and played well. She's got 2 kills now for the match. West leading 3-2 here early in the 3rd. We'll play 5 regardless. Mackenzie Anderson, Hansen, back set, off the block, and a kill that time for the East team. And that's Addison Johnson. And Sandy, you liked what you saw from her in that first set.
Yeah, she's getting the kills, but if you watch her play the floor, she follows the ball really, really well and knows what's going on.
5'10", she's athletic, moves well, pretty quick. Anderson, long and a point for the East as they lead 4-3. Johnson serves, played by Hageman. Jung, a little too far on that pass, it looked like.
Yeah, but from where she had to set from to get to there, if it had just been off a little bit, that was a great effort to get it there.
Johnson, down for an ace. Mackenzie, no one reacted. She just threw a foot out there at the last moment.
If it had popped up, she'd have been a hero.
6-3. East now with their biggest lead in any of these 3 sets so far. Gillen, back set. Emily Barr. Nice set and a nice finish.
Down the line.
2 kills in the third right now for Emily Barr. 6-4. Kiana Wilfred checks in now for the West as Hageman takes a seat. Jump serve from Barr. Played by Daniels. Hansen. She'll get credit for the kill. Jacia Hansen. She's got 3 here in the set. 7-4. East maintains the 3-point lead. Adriana Hill. Barr front row set by Gillen. Teammate in high school from Mitchell. Wilfred can't finish off the play. Gillen goes after it and attacking. That time, that was Peyton Jung. She's very athletic. We've seen shots like that from her for the last 2-3 years.
Yeah, she saw it wasn't going to go, clear to the net, so she gets off and takes a 1-foot takeoff and worked perfect.
7-5, and it'll be Erica Hopping now serving for the West. She's from Sutherland. 7-5. East leads by 2. Hopping. A set left. Holman miss hit. And the West within 1. Hopping. A dying serve, that time almost resulting in a ace. Instead, Jung misses a long little wide. And the East leads it 8-6. A win for the East here is what we're all kind of rooting for here in this set, Sandy. Not that we're rooting, but we want to see a meaningful 4th and 5th set. Playing 5 regardless. Daniels. West with Hopping. They set Jung up. There's a line drive. Hill decided it was going to be close enough. She better try and play it off her out of bounds. Jung with a kill.
Peyton put a little heat on that one.
Jung found the donut hole. Johnson down to get it. Again, showing her versatility. Rally continues, and a finish and a kill for Mackenzie Anderson. 8-8. Looks like we're going to get a sub coming in as Lauren Gasling will replace Annabelle Gillen, who's played well this afternoon. So Gasling and Wilfred now will team up front. Net serve that time. A service error from Emily Barr. Daniels from Mullen will serve. Mullen's got Daniels and Courtney Rice, plus head coach Belinda Coble. Ace serve for Daniels. That's her second. 4 aces as a team for the East squad. Coming up on 3 o'clock this afternoon. KNB.TV. 101.7 the trail. Long on that blast, and the East picks up another point as they now lead 11-8. And we're online as well at KNB.com. West won the first 2 sets. East trying to keep the final outcome in a little bit of doubt right now. And Lauren Gasling gets credit for the kill.
Yep, put it right into the donut, and they could not cover it.
And Kiana Wilfred. Short by a couple of feet of the net on that one. A miss hit on the serve. 2 service errors per set so far for the West. Both teams have 6. 12-9 lead East. Holman serving to Hageman. Back in with the libero jersey.
In the net.
In the net for the East team. West gets the point. It's now 12-10 East. Ladies in red within 2. Another substitution. Holman's out. Didn't see who came on. Looks like maybe
The libero came on.
the libero. Okay, so Hild's back on. Gillen comes back on now for the West with Gasling to the bench. Annabelle Gillen with a jump serve. That thing took a nosedive. Now Jaycia Hansen. She's got 3 kills in this set so far. Off the right, block at the net. There she is. That's your player right there. Addie Johnson from Cody Kilgore. Sandy picked her out pretty early this afternoon. Haley Tomlin of Cambridge set to serve. Bullet. And that went right to Erica Hopping from Sutherland, who could not handle it. It's 14-10 East with the lead here in set number 3. Jung in the air. Gillen. Hopping. Dug by Tomlin. Right side, Whitick. West continues the rally. Played by Johnson. Tomlin. Addie Johnson. And a kill for Addison Johnson from Cody Kilgore. She's got 4 of those in this third set. Time for the match.
Anderson played that ball, that tip run all the way around, come back here and almost got the block. In right front.
And now we've got a service error. Anderson's been good today as well.
Yeah.
And she'll serve now. Down by 4, her and her mates on the West. 15-11. Mackenzie Anderson. Whitick had the first touch, block at the net.
Bar.
And the point goes to the West and Emily Barr. 15-12. Here comes the West down by 3. Mackenzie Anderson. A jump serve. Jaycia Hansen out of McCook. Played by Anderson. Gillen will set to Barr. And Hansen.
Good touch, block.
She's got 4 kills here in the set. Back to a 4-point lead, 16-12. And Addison Johnson will serve from Cody Kilgore. Johnson, Hageman. Dug by Hild. Jaycia Hansen, we've got someone into the net, I believe.
Yep, Barr.
So now a 5-point lead. Emily Barr into the net for the West side. It's 17-12. East up by 5 and on serve with Addison Johnson. Johnson to Mackenzie Anderson. Gillen back sets to Barr. And a little bit long, and the East now starting to smell this third set.
We can't warn Debbie that we just clean the window. Sorry. But we can make you a bowl of homemade chili. Runza makes it all better.
almost here. Let Logo get you ready. Logo, hit 3 and airing.
(18-12). East has the lead here in set number 3, and that's good to see after the West really kind of took it to them in the first two.
Yeah, the movement's been pretty good. They're covering the donut hole a little bit better here. And
Addison Johnson serving. Gillen setting up Peyton Jung, blocked by Hansen. Gillen. Barr. Rally continues. Daniels, 4 hits, and a point goes to the west side, 18-13.
Ball didn't clear the net on her hit.
Emily Barr to serve for the West, stepping into the West lineup, Deanna Wilfred.
Emily Barr with a jump serve. A nosedive at the net that time. Tomlin couldn't play it across or keep it alive up high for one of her teammates. 18-14. 4-point lead for the East. Barr. That serve is out of bounds wide. Each team right now unofficially with 7 service errors, 19-14. 5-point lead, 6 points away from taking the set. Jump serve from Hill to Hopping. Gillen sets it up for Jung. And a kill for Peyton Jung, playing well. She has 4 kills in this set. 7 for the match. That leads all players. 19-15, and Erica Hopping set to serve out of Sutherland for the west side. Wydick, cross-court pass. Hustling is Hopping to set up Jung. Dug by Addison Johnson. And at the net, Kaylee Tomlin. And the point goes to the west side, 19-16. Jumper on the way, clips the net. Better to be lucky than good every once in a while, isn't it? That'll go down as an ace.
Flipped it right over.
5 aces for the West team. Back set from Tomlin, hitting into the net that time is Macy Wydick out of Brady. Just like that, the West is 1 away from evening this third set up. It's 19-18. Timeout taken by the East and head coach.
You can depend on us and all of the affiliates of the Rural Radio Network to give you up-to-the-second coverage on issues related to agriculture. On the air, online, and on your phone. We're advocates for agriculture, along with being broadcast journalists covering the stories and events encompassing the challenges of feeding America and the world in the 21st century. And we're proud to do it for you. The stations of the Rural Radio Network.
Late here in this third set, West trying to rally back and find a way to the winner's circle here in set number 3, and that would kind of clinch it for the match, although we will play 5. Jung, another smash, played by Hill. Ball comes left to Allison Daniels. 4 hits for the East, and the West has tied this thing up at 19s. It was 19-14. They've scored 5 straight. It's been the difference here in the last few minutes, Sandy.
Well, they're keeping the serve in on the west side, that's for sure. So these guys are kind of unforcing their errors over here on the East.
A touch from Hageman off the rim on the basket down to our left, and then
nobody played it.
Nobody played it. She was the closest. 20-19, so the East surges back in front. Gasling, Hopping, back set, Jung. Off the block, nice dig by Tomlin. We're still alive on this rally. Wydick. Gasling, nice touch. Some nice athleticism here from both clubs. Bodies at some odd angles to keep balls alive. Daniels. Homan still alive. They will set it. Daniels into the net. And the West ties it back up at 20 apiece.
Yeah, the East kind of unforces their own errors, and that gives points back to the West. So that was a good rally.
We've yet to have that one epic rally that gets everyone on their feet, and and ahhing so far today. Tomlin, Wydick, Homan. That's a kill into the block and just powered through it. And Haley Homan from North Platte St. Pat's has her 3rd kill.
She plays the middle, but on this receive serve, she was an outside hitter, and it was going down. That was a good hit.
Tight one here in this third set, 21-20 East. Mackenzie Anderson, they back set to Gasling wide, 22-20 East. Bauer serving, 22-20. Mackenzie Anderson, free ball for Kiana Wilfred. Get out the way, right? Kiana Wilfred, her first kill of the set, fourth of the match. Peyton Jung leads everyone with 7. They'll set it up for Addison Johnson, and how about the vertical on her right in front of us, Sandy? That was impressive.
Yep, she gets off well, and she had to make an adjustment and took that extra step to the left. And
she's got 5 kills in the set, 6 for the match. Haley Holman, bullet serve. Serve received that time from Hageman. Johnson, another athletic play off the net. And the West Side gets the point. They creep back to within 1, 23-22. Lauren Gasling checks out as Annabelle Gillen comes back in out of Mitchell High. She serves to Addison Johnson. And they set it up middle. Was that Johnson?
Yep.
Yeah. Addison Johnson has 6 kills in the set. Really just kind of enforcing her will on this match here for the East right now. Even on the point prior that went to the West, she kept it alive. Bullet serve. First touch back across. Opportunity now for the East Side. Johnson couldn't get it over Peyton Jung. Hopping. Johnson got a partial block at the net. Jung to the front row. Gillen back set to Mackenzie Anderson. Good dig that time. East. And a poor hit. And the point goes to the West. 24-23 East. This one's coming down to the wire here in set number 3.
Yep, we got a win by 2.
Jump serve for Mackenzie Anderson. Back set. And did she overthink that one?
Well, she came in on a probably a back low set, called a 6 or a 7, and her timing probably wasn't right to hit it, so she tipped it and got it blocked back.
24-24. And by 2, Mackenzie Anderson to make it a opportunity here for the West. Jacia Hansen, Annabelle Gillen. Sends one to Jung over top of the block. Johnson down to get it for the East. Jacia Hansen. Mackenzie Anderson. Gillen will set it. Peyton Jung. Blocked at the net. Jung again. And I think we had Hansen into the net for the East, and the West leads 25-24. A timeout taken now by the East as the momentum is swung back to the ladies in red as they are one service point away from clinching the match, although we will play 5 regardless of what happens here in the next few moments. 25-24 right now here in the third. West won the opening set 25-20, and they won set number 2 in convincing fashion, dominating 25-14. We'll have football coverage tonight from Bearcat Stadium. Hemingford head football coach Jordan Haas will join me for the broadcast on KNEB.TV, 1017 The Trail, 880 KRVN, and KNEB.com. Starting at 6:45, 25-24. And a chance for the West with Mackenzie Anderson serving. Bullet off the right leg of Annabelle Gillen. And Addison Johnson has 7 kills in this set.
And they ran a combo. They thought she came off her right side, came up the middle, and man, drilled it.
25-25. Addison Johnson serving. To Hageman out of Shadron. Mitchell's Gillen. Sets up Sydney's Jung. Hild for the East. Left side, Bauer. That's going to sail wide, and it's another set point now for the West at 26-25. Bauer out of Elm Creek for the East team. And serving for the West is Emily Barr. Set point, match point, if you will. Block comes wide of the mark needed, and we're tied back up at 26. Holman back in from St. Pat's for the East side. And Hild will serve out of Callaway for the East. Hageman, Gillen, Jung. A lot of heat today from Jung. Gillen, Jung, flat-footed, plays it across short. Holman, front left Bauer off the block, out of bounds, point to the East. And Allison Bauer's got her first kill of the day. And here comes the East. They're hearing it from their fans here in attendance. Had a great banquet last night at Monument Bible Church here in Scottsbluff. Hild with a bullet serve, played by Hageman. Wilfred to Addison Johnson. Tomlin. Bauer can't finish off the set. Gillen will set wide left. Jung off the block to Hild on the dig. Bauer. Rally continues. Gillen. Back set. Hopping. Tomlin at the net now. Holman got it across. Kind of rolled across the net and wide. And we continue tied at 27. Gasling replaces Gillen. We've not seen Emerson Sison since the first set for the West team. And Holman on the block, or Holman on the kill. The block sailed wide.
I'm sure they'll get those other ones in the next go around.
In the East, finish it off. Set point. Down to get it, Mackenzie Anderson. Hopping back set. Curls along the net, down, and the East has done it. (29-27). The East side gets their first set win. I think that was Haley Holman on that final touch. So 3 kills in the set for Haley Holman out of North Platte St. Pat's. We'll have set 4 as we've got everything still up.
High Plains Auto Club presents the Father's Day Rock and Roll Classic, Friday, June 14th. Registration begins at 2 p.m. at the Gearing Civic Center. Your welcome barbecue, cruise for cash, ice cream social. Saturday, June 15th, parade, show and shine, and awards banquet. To enter, go to highplainsautoclub.com or call 308-631-6573. This event is sponsored by Culver's Restaurant, Massett Chevrolet, Robinson Electric, The Meat Shop. West-Nebraska All-Star Saturday with volleyball coverage from WNCC's Cougar Palace. Chris Cottrell, my broadcast partner today, the longtime Alliance head coach, West-Nebraska All-Star Committee member Sandy Pilfold. We had the banquet last night over at Monument Bible Church here in Scottsbluff. We had a great guest speaker in Sean Munn, a Morrill High grad, was traveling down from Colorado. I want to thank Sean for his time and wish him and his family the best as they start to go through some things as a family. Thoughts and prayers out for him as they handle their business. We recognized coaches and players and committee members last night, and committee president Terry Gilliland. A big shout out goes to Shanna Halstead, who really works tirelessly
the last couple of years to make sure these events get off without a hitch. We'll have Emerson Siza, Kylie Stewart, Lauren Gasling. This looks like a bit of a powerhouse crew right now. You've got Wilfred and Siza out on the floor for the first time together. Mentioned Stewart, Gasling, Holm, and Sylvester out of Sydney. Rice, Meyer, Salick, Beisner. What else do we have here for the East? Hedgecock. It looks like Hild, the libero from Callaway, will come on here in a moment as well. She'll replace Allie Beisner. Serving for the East is Michaela Meyer, the Loomis grad. East won that third set, 29-27. And everything's still up for grabs here as we start the fourth to 25. The fifth will run to 15.
This will make it a lot better competitive.
And Holm. Well, that rolled about halfway down the net and fell on the west side. Point goes to the East.
Yep, the set was way outside the sideline, so she tried her best.
Meyer. Stewart from Baird. Siza's ball tipped near the net. Hedgecock sets up Rice. I think East in the net. That'll be point to the West. Tied at 1 early in the fourth. Caitlin Sylvester, multi-sport star at Sydney. Serve receive, now Hild. Hedgecock will have to play it back across, and here comes Channing Holm for the West, and a kill for Channing Holm.
That set was right where she needed it and went right between the blockers. Didn't get it closed.
Holm has 3 kills, 5-10 out of Hershey. Jump serve from Sylvester. And an ace serve for Caitlin Sylvester. 6 aces as a team unofficially for the West, and then Sylvester gives it right back with a service there into the net. 3-1 the lead. Sydney Salick out of Callaway to serve. Siza. Sylvester, not the best touch, and that had Gasling out of position trying to track it down. Out of bounds and at an inch from the net. 3-2. Gasling. Sylvester. Back set. Holm. Long. We're tied at 3. Anything you notice about either combination for any of these teams right now that stands out?
Well, they'll have to play here a little bit more. We'll see.
Size it to Sylvester. Wilfred kind of ducked out of the way. Emerson Siza was coming from behind her, and Siza had to react pretty late. And that ball into the net. 3 straight points now for the East side. Serving is Sydney Salick. They'll set left. Gasling. East across. Siza. Sylvester sets up Holm. Good dig on the East side that time from Sydney Salick. Back set from Sylvester. Attacking off the right side wing was Gasling. Now at the net. Popping it across Allison Bauer. Oh, nice little short set that time from Sylvester and right into the path of Wilfred, who finished it.
Yep, that was a great one set right going into it.
When you say one set, what is that?
The short set to the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, there might be different terminology now, but.
Channing Holm serving. Salick across. Rally continues. Siza attacks. Off the block that comes back wide. That just shows you the power that Siza can hit with, and that'll be a kill for Emerson Siza.
That was meant to be hit that way.
She's now up to 6 kills for the match, 1 behind Peyton Jung. And that time Salick just kind of tripped over 1 foot in the other, and it winds up an ace for Channing Holm. Her first of the match. 6-4 lead for the West. Holm going to go right back to Salick. Hedgecock to Rice. She avoided the block. Gasling up high, and Stewart and Siza both went after that ball, and Stewart quickly goes to Siza and says, I'm sorry. That's a ball that Stewart gets when she's in high school, and that's a ball that Siza gets when she's in high school.
Yep, that's true. That's the adjustment you make.
Hedgecock sets it up.
In the net.
Gasling in the net. Point goes to the East team. Tied at 6, set 4. East stayed alive in the third with a, we'll call it extra innings win. 29-27. Size off the block. Another kill for Emerson Siza. She's up to 7. In that first set, Siza had 5, Jung had 3. Last set in the third, Jung from Sydney had 4. Siza now with 2 here in the fourth. Lily Fair out of Ogallala will serve, replacing Kiana Wilfred. Good ace serve that time. Down into the donut hole, and Salick got a hand on it, but ball came wide, her side out of bounds. Salick, Hedgecock, and we've got into the net again. Kylie Stewart. So the East picks up the point. It's now 8-7 West, and Hedgecock out of North Platte will serve. Allison Daniels from Mullen has checked back in. Stewart. They set Size up. That is easy money right there.
Yep, that's called the pipe hit. Oh, well, she's front row. If it was back row, they call that the pipe. But
I visited with Size on Media Day on Wednesday, asked her about her goals for year 1 at Wyoming, and it was just all team related. Nothing about herself and what she was expecting, just wanting to fit in. And even if she's not on the floor, find a way to contribute on the bench, being loud, being a good teammate, and encouraging others. And that's a great attitude when you're heading to the next level.
Yep, that's a job freshmen have to take a lot of times, but doesn't mean you're not going to get a chance.
10-7 West. Annabelle Gillen serves. Abby Hedgecock, now Hill, the libero. Channing home. Set from Annabelle Gillen to Emerson Size, and she sat for 2 cents, picked up where she left off in the first. She's up to 9 kills in the match. And a timeout taken by the East as the West has the lead here 11-7, trying to clinch the match.
Anyone driving through Nebraska knows we are a rich agricultural state. However, the recent blizzard and flooding have deeply hurt our ag community. If you're a farmer or rancher and need help, contact the Nebraska Department of Agriculture at 800-831-0550. If you feel overwhelmed with stress or other mental health issues, call the Nebraska Rural Response Hotline at 800-464-0258. A message from the state of Nebraska, the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and this station.
The floor, maybe not right away, but
Scottsbluff nearing and now open our new location in Chadron.
Set for this afternoon, 35th annual West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball game from Cougar Palace at WNCC. West head coach Jody Craig from Layton clapping her hands with her young ladies now starting to inch closer to a victory. An ace serve for Annabelle Gillen puts the West up 12-7. And all of a sudden, checking out these ace numbers, 9 in the match right now for the West, just 4 for the East side unofficially. Dug by Holm, Lily Fair the libero, now Siza. And she'll get credit for another kill. The 2 sets she's played in, 5 apiece, 10 total. Not bad for part-time work. Annabelle Gillen. Knuckleball serve played by Salick to the front row, back to the west side. Gillen will set up Siza again. Siza on fire here in the fourth.
I don't know if their front row on the East you can all block. It's just a matter of the timing too. So.
Annabelle Gillen serving from Mitchell. Fair, Gillen back set. Caitlin Sylvester played by Hild. Hedgecock. Left side it comes.
Out of bounds.
A little too high on that ball for Sizen, or did she maybe mistime her jump? I couldn't quite tell.
She mistimed it a little bit. She got to the contact point but couldn't get the finish.
Elm Creek's Allison Bauer serving. And that'll be Kylie Stewart on the kill from Baird High School. 15-8, 7-point lead West. They lead 2 sets to 1. Daniels, Stewart, Channing home. Across to Salick for the East. Back set from Hedgecock. Block attempt at the net. It rolls down the top of the net. Point continuing. Fair. Now Gillen. She'll set it for Holm. Holm with a kill off the left side. She's been pretty good today as well.
Been well, and Sylvester can run the show, I'll tell you that.
Those Alliance Sydney matches this year had to have been something. Siza. Oh, and they're going to give her the ace serve. She's excited about that one. That's her first ace. They're up to 10 as a team. Jump serve now for Siza. Net serve. 9 service mistakes so far for the West. East has kind of curtailed those mistakes here in the last 2 sets. Fair. Free ball across. Salick and the West. No worse for the wear. Attacking Stewart from Baird. That'll be a kill for Kylie Stewart. Boy, she's got a nice vertical leap as well.
Yep, she hits a little bit better off the net because she can't quite get, the closer it is, the higher you got to jump. But she hits well, 3 to 4 feet off the net.
West doubling up East here, 18-9. And that's just flat a bad serve. Wide right. And it's 18-10.
Too excited from the last play.
Michaela Meyer comes in for the East side to serve. We'll play a 5th regardless of what happens here with the West side up 8. Wilfred goes after that one. Good dig by Hild. Back across to the West side. Gillen sets up Channing home. She's got 5 kills in the match, 3 here in this set. Lauren Gasling from Hemingford on as Annabelle Gillen takes a seat. We've seen that kind of substitution pattern in the last 2 sets. Jump serve for Caitlin Sylvester long. Ten service errors for the West side so far today. They lead 19-11 and 2 sets to 1. We play in the 4th. Kylie Stewart. Back row attack. Big smash by Siza. Point continues. Free ball at the net. And they'll score it for Kiana Wilfred.
In the net. By 15.
So in the net. And the point to the West, they're 5 away from the 4th and the match. We will play a 5th. Channing home. That's going to be a service error.
2 in a row, I think, for them.
Courtney Rice from Mullen serving, playing for high school head coach Belinda Coble. Good pass to the front row, and then not so much on the set. 20-13. East down 7 on serve now with Rice. And that'll be an ace serve for Courtney Rice. Their 5th ace of the match. It's 20-14. First service error for the East since early in the 3rd set. That is 8 for the match. Adriana Hild from Callaway back in for the East. Serving will be Lily Fair for the West team. Played by Sally Ketchcock. Sets it up for Allison Bauer. And Bauer out of Elm Creek with the kill. 21-15. Hedgecock from North Platte. Siza passes front row. Back set from Sylvester. Gasling on the attack.
You got up on that one.
And Gasling picks up her 4th kill of the afternoon. Timeout.
You can depend on us and all of the affiliates of the Rural Radio Network to give you up-to-the-second coverage on issues related to agriculture. On the air, online, and on your phone. We're advocates for agriculture, along with being broadcast journalists covering the stories and events encompassing the challenges of feeding America and the world in the 21st century. And we're proud to do it for you. The stations of the Rural Radio Network.
And Siza?
Siza, Sylvester, yeah, we'll see how this ends. Yeah, there's no doubt on that other side.
Sandy and I starting to look over our MVP ballots here. We're hoping for better luck than in years past.
I'm not very good at this.
20, don't sell yourself short, Sandy. 22-15. Maybe it's everyone else.
Yeah.
We'll go with that. West leads by 7. Beisner. Channing home. Back set from Gillen. Sylvester. Was it touched? It was not. Point goes to the East. 22-16. Elm Creek's Allison Bauer. Serving for the East team. Channing home. Gillen tracks it down. Kylie Stewart, that'll be a kill. Stewart out of Baird High. Late addition to the roster a couple of days back when Mackenzie Dunkel of Scottsbluff was unable to participate. Stewart has 4 kills for the match, 3 this set. 23-16. Hedgecock with a hustle play. Off Stewart at the net. Gillen sets, and that is wide of the antenna and out of bounds off the touch from Channing home.
Serving for the East, Adriana Hill from Callaway.
Hill trying to serve now, the East back in it. She goes at Channing home. Kylie Stewart blocked at the net that time, and that was Daniels, Allison Daniels out of Mullen with the kill on the block. Jump serve Hill. Home. Front row set to the right side. Sylvester. Siza home. We're alive still here. Late in set 4, 23-18. Quick little dump set across that time from Annabelle Gillen. She'll set quickly for Stewart. Blocked by Rice. Couple of blocks. We're alive. It's one of our longer rallies so far this afternoon. They go at home. Block at the net. Rice and Daniels combine on the point. We'll credit Rice with that one. First official kill for the Mullen grad. East not dead yet. 23-19 down 4. Hill continues on serve. That'll be an ace for Adriana Hill, her second ace of the match. And the West team, didn't think we'd need to see him take a timeout here, but here we are late in this 4th. He's trying to claw back into it and force what would be a deciding 5th set. 23-20 football coverage tonight. TJ and the camera crew will get packed up and then unpacked over at Bearcat Stadium. Big thanks to TJ and our TV camera crew for this afternoon and this evening and their hard work. Jordan Haas is maybe not en route at this point. He packed up at football camp early this afternoon up at Chadron State, so he's pulling double duty. Of course, Coach Haas won a state championship at Hemingford in 2014 with one of the greatest 8-man teams in state history. They just ran roughshod through their entire schedule, nothing close. 23-20, back to live action. And Channing home with a kill. And the West Side 1 point away from this fourth set. And that would clinch the match, although we will play a fifth. 4 kills in the set for Channing home. Hill plays it. Back set comes to Daniels. Siza pops one up.
Oh, nice set.
And the finish goes to Caitlin Sylvester off what Sandy said, the great set from Annabelle Gillen. So Sylvester gets her first official kill of the match. The West Side wins the fourth, and they will win the match. So far, 25-20, 25-14, 27-29 as the East took the third, and the West wins it 25-20 in the fourth. Swap sides, and we will have a fifth set to 15.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your windows with Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. For a limited time, buy one window and get the second window at 40% off. Plus, no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. Call to get a free, no-hassle estimate on superior quality Anderson windows featuring advanced technology and an industry-leading warranty. All with no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. And our limited time, buy one window, get the second for 40% off special. Call Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming at 307-215-7493.
High Plains Auto Club presents the Father's Day Rock and Roll Classic, Friday, June 14th. Registration begins at 2 p.m. at the Gearing Civic Center. The welcome barbecue, cruise for cash, ice cream social. Saturday, June 15th, parade, show and shine, and awards banquet. To enter, go to highplainsautoclub.com or call 308-631-6573. This event is sponsored by Frank Napa Parts Company, Lessard Insurance, Will's Chiropractic Clinic, High Plains Budweiser.
You make the call and I'll vote with you.
Well, no, I'm not going to make the call. Yeah, Gillen's played well too, but setters, I can't get that flashy, but they run the show too, so.
Chris Cottrell and Sandy Pilfold kind of chatting it up about our all-star ballots that'll be due here momentarily. We are in lockstep on both of our selections. As the West Side has officially won the match, 25-20, 25-14, 27-29, and 25-20. And we will play a fifth West-Nebraska All-Star Week. Always a great quick portion of the summer. Everything was moved back a day, if you will, for the football teams this year. This was the first year that check-in and media day for football was on a Wednesday instead of a Tuesday. Neither head coach that I visited with yesterday thought that that's had any bit of an effect on the way things have gone for them this week.
Yep, as much as kids go and do camps and all their off-season stuff, it's probably...
High school sports, I mean, in the year 2019, it's been this way for a while now. It's 365, isn't it?
Yep.
Like it or not, if you're not that way, others are, and you're getting passed. That's just the truth of the matter.
Yep.
If you're not practicing, you're not getting better, and if you're not getting better, you're getting worse because someone else is in the gym practicing when you aren't. And that's not just your opponents at other schools. That's in your own school and your own teams you're playing on.
Yeah.
You've got to dedicate.
Yeah, lots demanded anymore, which is...
You've seen a lot of change, haven't you?
Yeah, I have through the time. Yep. Kids have so many chances to be as good as they want to be.
Weidick, Meyer, Homan. Also Tomlin, Beisner, and Salick for the East to start this fifth set. West has already won it. They'll go with Fair, Holm, Gasling, Gillen, McKenzie Anderson, and Stewart. Holm to the front row. Gillen sets up Gasling. That's an early kill for Lauren Gasling. The set will go quickly to 15. Lauren Gasling now with 5 kills in the match unofficially. Gillen to serve. And that serve receive sails wide off Michaela Meyer, an early 2-0 lead. Annabelle Gillen with her second ace. 11 ace serves for the West team today. Gillen touched up, and another ace for Gillen. Back-to-back aces. She has 3. West trying to finish it off in style. They've won the match to this point 3-1, trying to make it a 4-1 finish here at Cougar Palace. Jump serve Gillen, played by Homan out of St. Pat's. Homan, back row attack wide.
Out of bounds, point West.
Well, your baseball team in Alliance looks like another successful summer coming with Coach Palamo. They've upped the schedule a little bit, so maybe the record won't be as shiny, but he told me a couple of weeks ago that's to make sure they're at their best when it gets down to crunch time later in the year.
Yeah, they're at North Platte. They won 2 Friday night, and they won this morning. They have another one tomorrow morning. So, but they went to Omaha South, which was a learning experience. They're close games though, 2-1, 2-0.
4-1 lead, and Annabelle Gillen.
Yep, Coach Palamo's got him to buy in. He's also at school though.
It's a place unlike anything I've ever seen.
All of them to buy in.
Timeout on the floor. It's West leading 5-1.
For the card-carrying fan, get your Husker Visa debit card so you can take the game with you. Free with first free checking.
Is it state seniors in Gearing this year? That was fun when we had. That's fun baseball to watch.
Coming out of the timeout, they've changed it up on the scoreboard. Reads 6-0 now, West. They won the match in the 4th, winning 25-20. Annabelle Gillen has 3 ace serves here early in the 4th. Another jump serve. This one will too close to call or let go that time if you were Homan from St. Pat's. Lily Fair.
Gillen got that up.
She has played well today. Salick again, back set from Tomlin. And that'll be a kill. And the first of the match for Macy Whitick. 6-1, and Salick will serve for the East team. Salick to home. Mackenzie Anderson, I've liked her game today also. And there's a kill for Michaela Meyer out of Loomis. So Whitick and Meyer back-to-back points for the East record their first kills in the match at 6-2 with the West in front.
I think almost every hitter that's went down the line has scored.
Gillen back set to Gasling. A set assist there for Gillen, and the finish for Lauren Gasling. Another timeout. Or no, wait. Yep, timeout on the floor. We'll take another quick look.
You said yes. Together, you planned every detail. You married. And then you realized 500 square feet just isn't enough room for 2. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today. You decide to add another to your family. You start reading parenting books. You're amazed that such a small human could need so much space. When life happens, find a home that fits. First National Bank North Platte. Start your mortgage pre-approval today.
That's no good.
Subject to credit approval. Certain restrictions may apply.
It's not been all West here today. The East got a set win in the third, 29-27, but still, it has been the West in control most of the afternoon. They won the opening set 25-20, took the second 25-14. East captured the third 29-27. West won the match in the fourth 25-20. And again, playing the fifth here for West-Nebraska All-Star Saturday, and it's the West side leading 7-2 in set number 5.
I think the East has put all their other players back in that didn't start.
That's Rice, Addison Johnson, Abby Hedgecock, Adriana Hild, Allison Bauer, and Allison Daniels. Trying to get something straightened out, figured out over at the scorer's table across the way. Miss Tillman from Baird over there. Craig Shadwinkle helps out a lot with West-Nebraska All-Star Volleyball Week on the volleyball side, making sure everybody's set for practices and got everything ready to go. So big thanks to Coach Shadwinkle. We'll have football coverage tonight from Bearcat Stadium. Looking forward to it with Jordan Haas on the coverage. 6:45 pregame. Jump serve, Caitlin Sylvester. Hedgecock sets up Johnson. Showing off that vertical. Hopping. Peyton Jung. She's had a nice match as well today, the Sydney grad. She's got 8 kills total. She had 4 in the third. Jump serve for Sylvester. Played by Bauer, front row. And they set it up for Addison Johnson. Peyton Jung hits into the net. Eight 3. And Abby Hedgecock will now serve. To Karsten Hageman. And that smash long. Point to the East, now 8-4.
The West back to where they started their first game.
They've got Hageman, Sylvester, Barr, Jung, Siza, and Hopping. Hild runs that one down. Bauer across for the East. The attack from Barr, middle. Hild to the west side of the net. Sylvester sets up Jung. Sydney to Sydney and a kill from Peyton Jung. The votes are in. We'll have the announcement for the MVPs following the match. Jump serve for Sydney's Peyton Jung. Dies late, dug by Hild. Right side, Addison Johnson. She's got the best vertical on the floor. Donut hole, but Jung got it. Got underneath it. Barr. Just one across. Block at the net on Johnson. Sylvester sets up Barr, and there's a point for Emily Barr out of Hershey. She's got 5 kills in the match. (10-4). West has won the match, 5 away from taking a 4th set here this afternoon. Right side, dug by Jung. Sylvester. Long as Hild let it go and made the right call. 10-5. I thank both head coaches, Belinda Coble from Mullen, Jody Craig from Layton, helping me with name pronunciations this week if needed, pregame interviews, media day interviews, roster rundowns, everything involved with their 2 squads. Big thanks to Coach Coble and Coach Craig. Emily Barr will serve, 4 points away from a 4-1 victory today for the West Side, who won last year in a deciding 5th. Bauer on the kill. Check that Daniels out of Mullen. Now Courtney Rice. Line drive, a serve. They set size up. I'll tell you, some pretty good leverage on that ball. Emerson Siza.
You notice she's on the right side, so she moves to that other side of the ball and comes in. It's hard to read. That was good timing.
He's got 11 kills to lead everyone, both sides so far this afternoon. Hedgecock, now right side Daniels, block at the net. There were the Twin Towers together, Siza and Wilfred. 13-7, Hopping will serve. Net serve that time for Erica Hopping. 13-8.
Substitution for the East, Michaela Meyer checking in, and Meyer to serve.
Daniels out as Meyer checks in for the East side. 13-8. West is won at 3-1 to this point. Will it be 3-2 or 4-1? Looks like it's going to be 4-1 as Siza polishes off another point. 2 kills in the fifth. It's 14-8. And Siza to serve. Knuckleballs across the hill. Rice rolls off the net, falls wide on the west side, out of bounds. 15-8 the final in set number 5. West winners today. 5-1, 25-20, 25-14, 27-29, then 25-20, and 15-8 the finals. We'll get to a post-game show.
Fly United Airlines, operated by SkyWest with Western Nebraska Regional Airport. United is dedicated to going the extra mile for you with daily flights to and from Denver and a commitment to excellent service. Reserve your flight today. Plus, all United miles can be earned and redeemed with your flight. Finally, while visiting Western Nebraska Regional Airport, grab a bite to eat at the Flight Deck Restaurant. Plus, Hertz Thrifty Car Rental is there for your car rental needs. Make life easier, relax, and get on board with Western Nebraska Regional Airport.
Anyone driving through Nebraska knows we are a rich agricultural state. However, the recent blizzard and flooding have deeply hurt our ag community. If you're a farmer or rancher and need help, contact the Nebraska Department of Agriculture at 800-831-0550. If you feel overwhelmed with stress or other mental health issues, call the Nebraska Rural Response Hotline at 800-464-0258. A message from the state of Nebraska, the Nebraska Broadcasters Association, and this station.
Now is the perfect time to upgrade your windows with Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming. For a limited time, buy one window and get the second window at 40% off. Plus, no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. Call to get a free, no-hassle estimate on superior quality Anderson windows featuring advanced technology and an industry-leading warranty. All with no down payment, no monthly payments, and no interest for 12 months. And our limited time, buy one window, get the second for 40% off special. Call Renewal by Anderson of Wyoming at 307-215-7493.
It's time now for the Runza post-game show. Presented by Runza Restaurants. Runza makes a great stop before or after every year. Win or lose, Runza makes it all better. Now for the Runza post-game show. Once again, KNEB Sports Director Chris Vitrell.
Another successful Saturday afternoon of West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball and volleyball coverage for you today here on KNEB.TV, radio on 101.7 The Trail, and online as always at KNEB.com as the West team makes it a victory here in 5 sets, 4 sets to 1, 25-20, 25-14, 27-29, 25-20, and 15-8. The MVP announcements right now. Addison Johnson, the winner for the East team out of Cody Kilgore. Sandy, what'd you like about her effort today?
Well, she's just a great all-around player. She sees the floor really well and very few mistakes and just knows the game.
And really no surprise for the West Side as the Wyoming recruit Emerson Siza played in 3 of the 5 sets, finished with a match-high 13 kills, 5 in the first, 6 in the fourth, and 2 more in that 5th set. Emerson Siza, your West MVP winner today. And again, for the East Side, it was Addison Johnson of Cody Kilgore. Those are your MVP winners. We'll make them our Taco John's players of the match here.
At TC & More in Scottsbluff, we have toys and puzzles for your children, or they make a great gift. TC & More has craft activities, pretend play toys, and dozens of puzzles and games for all ages. We also have the largest supply of Melissa and Doug toys. And we still carry all of your classroom essentials. Remember to like TC & More on Facebook. TC & More, 1621 Broadway, beautiful downtown Scottsbluff.
Would your child thrive in a Christian environment with highly qualified teachers, small class sizes, and high academic standards, but still have time for hands-on learning, service projects, and play? A school that feels like family, where biblical character and strong study habits are taught daily. At Community Christian School, we offer all the core academic subjects along with Bible curriculum for preschool through 6th grade with a daycare on site. Call us today at 632-2230 or check out our website at ccsnev.com and discover the difference. You see if CCS is the right option for your family.
Half done.
Chris Cottrell, Sandy Pilfold with you as we've got volleyball in the books here this afternoon from WNCC's Cougar Palace. West to winner 4 sets to 1, 25-20, 25-14, 27-29, then 25-20 and 15-8. Your MVP winners were Emerson Siza for the West. From Alliance, Addison Johnson for the East from Cody Kilgore. And your Sportsmanship Award winners, Courtney Rice for the East from Mullen, and Mackenzie Anderson, the Sportsmanship Award winner for the West Side from Ogallala. We'll step away, come back with some closing thoughts.
We've been an ALA customer from the beginning, 15 plus years.
Almost 15 years.
15 years now. They live here, they work here, they give back to our community. That's very important to us.
It's the difference of night and day between our old internet provider and ALLO.
Having that reliability and that speed is extremely important.
Nobody matches that speed. It was a game changer.
ALLO came to my site and helped me resolve an issue. At that point, I knew ALLO was the company that I wanted to stick with.
Steak and egg breakfast burritos. Sirloin steak burritos are back, but only for a limited time. Only today at Taco John's.
Wrapping things up this afternoon on KNEB.TV, 101.7 The Trail, and KNEB.com. Chris Cottrell with former Alliance head coach Sandy Pilfold. And coach, a lot of these young ladies wrapping up their athletic careers. Done, not going to play sports at the next level. Some move on. Some closing thoughts, takeaways from what you saw today here.
Well, like I said, every time you come, the level just keeps getting better and better, and it's just so competitive. And like you said, you go 12 months out of the year and get what you can. And out of the West, I think 10 of those 14 kids are going to go on and do something. Basketball, volleyball, that's a lot.
Sure is.
And I didn't read that close on the East, but the East had some good kids. It's just a good it's a good thing to do, and it's for a good cause. And I didn't think there was a lot of nerves at all today. They came out right out and started playing volleyball, I thought.
35 years. That says a lot about the people involved with the committee, a lot about the people involved here in the community and in town, and always a great venue here at WNCC's Cougar Palace. I think we take this gym for granted with all the events it holds, not only for WNCC but for high school athletes as well. So it's a great spot for everybody to come and enjoy a day of volleyball.
Yeah, it is, and like I said, you just get used to doing all this stuff, and there's so many people that help, and everybody on the committee from around the area, and I think that's what makes it good.
Well, I want to give a big thank you to you. We've been doing this for a few years now together. Hope we can lock it in a year from now and get back together on the air for West Nebraska Volleyball Edition number 36 next summer. That's Sandy Pilfold. Thank you for the help once again here today. Enjoy the rest of your summer. I'm sure I'll see you out at a ball field somewhere, and then we'll catch up in the fall probably for a high school match up at Alliance sometime coming up for the 2019-2020 school year. Big thanks to TJ and the TV crew. They'll tear down. We'll have the football game for you tonight from Cougar Palace. Kickoff from Bearcat Stadium. We are at Cougar Palace, but tonight at 7 for kickoff. And we'll be on the air, myself and Hemingford head football coach. That lets you know with Jordan Haas it will be fun regardless. We'll have that starting at 6:45. That'll do it from Cougar Palace. The West to winner today, 4 sets to 1. You're 35 for West Nebraska All-Star Volleyball. We'll do it again next year. We'll talk to you tonight. So long for now, everybody.
Thousands of them unaccompanied children. The acting CBP commissioner calling it, quote, a full-blown emergency. Government processing centers and shelters overcrowded, some to dangerous levels with unsanitary